What's happening, sports fans? How you doing? I am Kendrick, the sports guy. Good day to you. And NFL Free Agency 2025 kicked off on Monday, and it has been a lot of wheeling and dealing. And we're gonna jump into that, give you the latest on what's happening in NFL Free Agency in the segment. Make sure you smash that like button, smash that follow button, and subscribe to the channels if you have not already done so. Now, the NFL league year officially opens on Wednesday, which is tomorrow. That's when all these signings can become official. So even though we're saying sign, they can't officially sign on the dotted line to Wednesday. But here's what we know so far. Quarterback Sam Darnold, he is headed to Seattle on a 3-year, $100.5 million deal. $55 million of that is guaranteed. Quarterback Justin Fields, he's leaving Pittsburgh and headed to the Jets on a 2-year, $40 million deal. Running back Aaron Jones, he is re-signing with the Minnesota Vikings on a 2-year, $20 million deal. Tampa Bay Buccaneers kept wide receiver Chris Godwin. They re-signed him at 3 years, $66 million. Devontae Adams, he was traded midseason from the Raiders to the Jets. The Jets released him, as well as Aaron Rodgers a couple of weeks, 2 weeks ago. He will be signing with the Los Angeles Rams on a 2-year, $46 million deal. Hollywood Brown, he is staying in KC. He re-signed with the Chiefs on a 1-year, $11 million deal. Edge rusher, defensive end Khalil Mack, he was actually released by the Chargers due to they trying to clear up some cap space, but they re-signed him at a 1-year, $18 million deal. Defensive end Hassan Reddick, he signed with the Buccaneers on a 1-year, $14 million deal. You remember he was traded to the Jets from the Eagles, I believe, and he didn't want to play. There was a lot of stuff going on with that. Well, he is now a Tampa Bay Buccaneer. Defensive end Josh Sweat signed with the Cardinals on a 4-year, $76.4 million deal. Now, at cornerback DJ Reed, he signed with the Detroit Lions on a 3-year, $48 million deal. Darius Slay, he is signed with the Steelers. We don't have any information on the contract details with that. I'm sure that will be coming soon. Jordan Lewis, former Cowboys, now he is a Jacksonville Jaguar. He signed a 3-year, $30 million deal with the Jags. Talanoa Hufanga, he's a 49er, former 49er. 49ers have lost 7 of their people. He signed with the Broncos on a 3-year, $45 million deal, as well as linebacker Dre Greenlaw from the 49ers. He signed with Denver as well. Running back, that's position has kind of been devalued, but the value has went up now after the season Saquon Barkley and Derrick Henry had. Well, the Cowboys signed a running back, believe it or not. Javonte Williams from the Broncos, they signed him on a 1-year, $3 million deal. They went into the bargain bin. We'll talk a little bit more about the Cowboys here in a second. This came out Tuesday morning. Cornerback Daniel Jones, he will sign a 1-year deal with the Indianapolis Colts. Again, so I did tell you Dre Greenlaw is leaving San Fran for Denver. The 49ers lost running back Elijah Mitchell to the Kansas City Chiefs. Defensive back again, Talanoa Hufanga is going to Denver. And cornerback Charvarius Ward, he is headed to the Colts. Now, the 49ers had that big trade a couple of weeks ago. They traded my good guy, Deebo Samuel. Traded him to the Washington Commanders. And speaking of another trade the Commanders worked, they got left tackle Laremy Tunsil from the Texans. That went down yesterday. So the Commanders are building. And the Seahawks, they were in the trading business. They traded quarterback Geno Smith to the Raiders for, I believe, a 5th-round pick. I could be wrong on that. They also traded wide receiver DK Metcalf to the Pittsburgh Steelers. So that is some of the wheeling and dealing that's been going on. I just was kind of scouring the internet, ESPN and whatnot. The Texans did land safety Gardner Johnson, C.J. Gardner Johnson from the Philadelphia Eagles in exchange for left guard Kenyon Green. So the Texans are trading for Philadelphia Eagles safety C.J. Gardner Johnson in exchange for left guard Kenyon Green. Also, again, I told you just a second ago, the Texans traded their left tackle, Laremy Tunsil, to the NFC East Division Washington Commanders. Now, some of the big money that has happened, that you probably already know about. Josh Allen, quarterback for the Buffalo Bills, he signed that big mega deal that I think now is the highest guaranteed money ever given in the league history. I want to say is what, $250 million guaranteed. He signed that. Also, you recall I did a segment on Myles Garrett with the Cleveland Browns, who became the highest paid non-NFL quarterback in the league. When he signed that big contract extension, I believe $123.5 million total for that. So those were some of the big money contract extensions that went down a couple of days ago. So again, free agency is in full effect. Far as with my thoughts, Cowboys been very silent outside of this this running back from the Broncos, and they got some money to spend. I want to say they looking at $60 million they can spend. And, last year Jerry Jones said they were going to be all in, and they were all out. So it sounds like they're going to be all out again because it's not much move. Now, there's two receivers out there that still we're going to see what happens with them. That is Tyler Lockett. Seattle Seahawks released him, as well as Cooper Kupp with the Rams. Now, he hasn't officially been released yet. But we're going to see what happens with those two, because those are going to be two of the bigger name wide receivers that team's going to be looking for. And i.e. the Cowboys probably would be looking for that. I thought they may have tried to go after DK Metcalf, but no, that probably they decided not to. So again, Cowboys kind of, doing the bargain bin thing. They never have been big players in the free agency, as well as the 49ers have been pretty quiet. They signed a couple of guys, but they really trying to cut their payroll. They trying to cut so they can have money to spend under their cap. They kind of cap constraint right now, as well as the Green Bay Packers. They've been pretty quiet on the free agency home front. So we'll see what happens. Again, it's going to probably be some more willing to dealing before this thing is over. Again, the official NFL year officially starts on Wednesday. Again, that's where you can officially sign these contracts. These players can put their John Hancock on the dotted line. So I'd like to know you guys' thoughts thus far on the NFL free agency. Anything that shocked you at this point? Talk to me in the comments. I'm Kendrick the Sports Guy. We will see you on the other side, and on the next report, I am out. Peace.